Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. It is the last midweek episode of the season. We got some over-unders to look into and some must-watch games coming up. Let's do it! Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, brought to you by DraftKings. My name is Jimmy. Sitting next to me is Jake. In California, we have Trevor Plouffe, and behind the dish, producer Big Baby David. And I think this is the last midweek episode of the season. Trevor will be out here in a week's time, and then for us begins live streaming season and every single day episode season and postseason season. And I'm excited for it. I'm nervous about it. And I am wondering what's going to happen in the last 6 days of the season that might be of interest to people. I think that's what we're going to talk about today. Jake, how are you doing?
James, Trevor, BBD. Yeah, excited. Trevor's coming out. We were just scheduling some dinner plans. Man. Yeah, we're here. We're here, Harry. I feel like the next midweek episode or whatever we're going to have to plan is giving out, it's going to be a black tie affair. We're going to be giving out the all JM team for this year. So, that'll be after the season and we'll get our trophies ready and all that. But it's playoff mode. Playoffs are already starting. We're going to talk about that a little bit. They already started last week, Yanks and Sox. We got a couple big series, and we're going to check in on our awards. We picked some winners for you before the year. That's exciting. And, man, a couple other sneaky races we just looked into. A little batting title chase. Ex-lovers. Trev, how are you?
Jacob, James, Big Dong, everybody listening and watching, what's up?
Wow.
It's Tuesday. This is a Wednesday episode. I always like that. It's like we're time travelers. That's kind of what I think about when we do these episodes. Like, we're in the future right now.
It is plaguing us a little bit right now because tonight, as people are listening to this, yesterday was, I believe, the most must-watch game. Like, if we were live right now, I'd say tune into Phillies Braves. But as I'm saying this, people know what happened. If the Phillies lost, I think their season's over. If they won, then tonight, Phillies Braves is must-watch.
Yeah.
Well, I think we better just give our predictions right now. Just when it's here, just tell me what's going to happen. Give me the score and the winner.
I say Phils win tonight. I think they find it. Their season's on the line. The Braves isn't. Wheels up. Phillies win 3-1 tonight against Morton.
It's Wheeler Morton?
Wheeler Morton.
I have it as, in the first 3 innings, it's lopsided affair. And then a comeback, but not a full comeback. I don't know which way it's going.
Ooh.
Someone's up 4-0 after 3, and you're like, oh, no. And then it might become 4-3, and then the next team makes it 7-3, and it's done.
No lean on which team that is.
No idea.
Just the game.
I just have the flow of the game.
The game script.
He's got the flow of the game.
Yeah. I don't know what actor's saying what lines.
You've got a hat on, Trev.
I do, and here's my dream scenario is that the Phillies win tonight. So I'm going to go with you and back Wheeler and the Phils. I think they pitched to Harper when they shouldn't. He might hit a bomb. And then I think our guy, Max, just goes and shoves. So, and then that ends the Philly season.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'll go 5-3.
5-3, 3-1, 7-3. We all have threes involved, so that's huge. We have a couple other games and matchups down the way that we think have a little more meaning behind them than just a single game. We'll get into that. We are going to do our update on our over-under at the beginning of the season. We all took over-under on specific teams. The last time we checked in was on August 10th, so we're going to update that. We also have some prop bets that we set at the beginning of the season. We'll give updates on that, and then we have must-watch games. So let's get right into the over-under, because some of these are locked up. A lot of them, I think, are locked up. They're done with 6 games to play. And let's get into it. And it's brought to you by Roman. Roman will help you Be Roman ready.
Oh.
You can get a free online evaluation, ongoing care for ED, all from the comfort and privacy of your home. Whole process is straightforward and discreet. Getting started is simple. Just go to getroman.com/talkin and complete an online visit. Take care of your ED without leaving home. Complete an online visit today to connect with a doctor and just take care of it. Go to getroman.com/talkin now to get $15 off your first month. There's a straightforward way to take care of ED, Jake. Want to know what it is?
Roman, man.
Yes.
You want to be Roman ready. If your dick's not working, this can help it work. Like, what are we doing here?
Got to go to getroman.com/talkin. Get started now. Save $15 off your first month of treatment. Trevor, would you?
Yeah. My pitcher's running out of steam. Should I leave him in the game? Or can I bring in a new pitcher that's throwing heat?
That's why your last girlfriend broke up with you, right?
Missy Steph.
But not anymore.
Not
'Cause
anymore.
you're
I don't
Roman
think you
ready.
like get like a new dick. So it's not like you're bringing in a reliever. It's just like now all of a sudden you take this thing and that pitcher who was gassed, not gassed anymore.
It's like you went to the San Francisco Giants and you got their coaching to help you out, and now you just have all the confidence in the world.
Gabe Kapler's in the room with you, getting Roman ready.
Yeah. His legs are crossed. He's got glasses on. He's got a pencil in his hand, and he's just giving
very
you
tan
notes.
in the winter.
Very tan.
Go to getroman.com/talkin and get $15 off your first month. All right. The way we've done this in the past, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 teams at the beginning of the year, what feels like so long ago, the three of us all agreed on the over or the under for these teams. And I'd like to let you guys know, we're going alphabetical because we're Cron Pod. The Arizona Diamondbacks, they were 79. That was their over-under, 79. We all agreed, we love you, D-backs, but that's an under. They're on pace to have to win 51 games. And that's hilarious
was an easy
because
one.
they've won 50, so they're on pace to just win one more
Yeah.
out of the next 6. So, good job by us. We nailed it.
That's 2 games under 500. Like at the time we were like, that doesn't seem right at all.
The thing that really put me over the top when we looked at it, Dodgers were going to be awesome all year. We thought the Padres were potentially going to be the Giants, I guess, if you want to flip the script on those two teams. It really shook me when the Rockies' rotation as a whole clearly had a one-up on them. And that was kind of a major red flag for me. And our Snakes year went a little different, but we're getting that one pick. And we're building for the future. Lavello's back next year.
Yeah.
Our year.
He is. They signed him 1-year extension. We're going to have dinner with him spring training.
You're coming with, Trev.
We're like buddies, man. Like we're basically going to go there and talk about old times.
How about
No,
it?
that sounds terrible.
gonna-
We won't do
I think
that.
there's
We won't
gonna be
do
a lot
that.
of
We won't do that.
drinks.
Might talk about new times, too.
Yeah.
All right, here's another fun one. The Atlanta Braves. Trev, we all took the over on 91.5 wins. They got Charlie Morton. They're regrouping. They were a game away from the World Series. They got all those young stud pitchers that were in the NLCS last year. They hit the under. They're going to win the division. Maybe. Depends what happened last night in the Phillies game. They are at 83 wins. The over-under was 91.5. They're on pace for 86. If they win out, they would be at 89. So that's guaranteed under, and we all got it wrong.
Yep.
Damn.
I think we were all in agreement that we thought they would be tops in the NL East. And because of that, we said that's got to be a 92 or above win team. We liked them a lot. So they were middling most of the year. And let's not forget, they don't have freaking someone named Acuna.
Yeah.
They don't have someone named Acuna. They don't have someone named Ozuna for different reasons. No Soroka. Was supposed to be a boost to that. So, yeah, that's, hey, Phillies, I keep saying it. Prove me wrong. I hope we're talking on the Friday ep that the Phillies did it and it's their NL East to lose. But if the Braves win it this year, they're winning the next 4. Like, God.
We've said that a lot, though.
Said that a lot.
Yeah, not good.
Haven't they won it for quite some time already? Isn't there like a streak going right now?
It's their division, man.
I don't know. How many times have they won? I mean, have to, right?
I'll get there.
3?
First place 2020, first place 2019, first place 2018. So they're on a hot streak. 18, 19, 20, now 21. Could be 4 in a row. I just had to count that on my
5.
fingers. How
It
about
would be
that?
5 in a row.
5.
Bam.
Whatever.
All right. Here's one that's interesting. The Chicago White Sox. We all agreed on the over, and they were also at 91.5. They had a hell of an offseason. We thought the division was getting weaker. We thought they were going to be really good. They've been on pace for the over for a while when we do this game, but now they're on pace to win 91.8 games. So that would be the over by 0.03 or whatever. They're at 89 wins. You guys think they got this in them?
Trev?
Yes.
They got to win
Yes,
3 games?
I think they see the finish line approaching and they want to go in hot. They know, I don't know if that's necessarily a myth or just media narrative, like about going into the playoffs hot. Sure seems like it means something. So they're looking, saying it's time to start playing our best ball. Let's go. And I don't know. Got to be motivating at this point. Get ready to go play playoff fucking baseball.
Well, Abreu and them just cleared the benches because Abreu's sick and tired of being hit. Versus a 1-game rain makeup against Detroit. Their last 3 games of the season are 3 against Detroit. So they may have found some extra motivation to take those last 3 games a little more seriously. I think Dallas Keuchel said he was going to hit a guy. I think he said that in his postgame. So I think because of that drama, unless Hinch gets the Tigers up for those games, are these now must-watch games? The first game between the White Sox and the Tigers?
How about it?
If you're Tony La Russa, you better be in the freaking clubhouse saying we're not doing anything to the Tigers. We're not doing shit.
Well,
I think
Because who gives a fuck?
I think Tony's gonna get a redemption sprint in. He saw how his big run went over Twitter. Honestly, I think the pivot point might be tonight. They're facing your cousin, Jim. Pitching for Cincinnati tonight, Riley O'Brien.
That's
Not in my book, but I know him from family events and all that kind of stuff.
a double
Could be a debut.
Irish
He has no
name.
stats. I remember seeing that.
Riley O'Brien.
They're gonna get there.
You think so?
I think so. I think the White Sox, Tony being old school, I think they're gonna want a little juice going into the playoffs. And like that last series, it's Lynn, Giolito, Cease, and their last start before the playoffs. You're still gonna let them run what, 75 bullets? Tony might let them go 115.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way he could be there being like, let's go fuck these guys up. He's got to be like, hey, let's chill out. Like, let's go win these games. We're not fighting anybody. We're not throwing at anybody. No one's going into second base hard. Like, let's just go get these games, get it over with, because we have something more important to play for.
Our moms.
Yeah, that's what I was going at. And Jess is watching.
Ad.
Dude, Riley O'Brien's dad was a big leaguer. His brother Johnny was on the Pirates. Or his brother Eddie was on the Pirates. His uncle.
Does he have a baseball reference page? I can't find it.
Riley O'Brien.
Riley O'Brien.
He has to, because he's been in the minors. Luis Castillo has like a family emergency, so it's like a last-second call-up. Yeah. Middle name, Chun Young.
Dude, he was pitching. Okay, he was in AAA this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I think the White Sox are going to hit that over, and we're all going to get it correct. Good job by us. Next up, Houston Astros. We all agreed that they would go over, and they have. This was the lowest line. We still can't figure out why it was so low. For the team, it was 86.5. They're at 91 wins now. So
was it? They're on it. Our little on-base calculator we did has them on pace for 94.5. That felt like it should have been the Astros over under to start the year.
Yeah.
Like 94.5 felt like the number, and I think the three of us would have been split. Like, I think that's crazy. 86.5, no idea where that came from. It was before Odo, but Odo doesn't account for 8 wins. So
Yeah.
No, I don't know what.
They had the 500 2020 season. I don't know how much that played a part into it. I guess it must have some, but that was also my one of my locks on my prop bet sheet. I said Astros to make the playoffs, lock. That's locked up. They're the dark horse, right? Them and the Cardinals, I guess. Would you call the Cardinals a dark horse?
No, they're making so much noise, so people would blame that.
Yeah.
The Astros have been quiet all season, and
Yeah.
they're just like so quiet, and they're going to be in the CS, and people are
snake
going to be like,
in
"Oh
the
yeah."
grass.
I think them and the White Sox are the dark. I guess the White Sox. Nobody's talking about them.
It's
At
just
all.
because they've had it locked up for so long. It's just a problem of winning.
Houston with, by the way, sneaky game. It happened last night. They've lost 4 straight, and they're hosting Tampa tonight. Like, I don't know. You don't want a 5-game loser at this point in the season, but they also don't care.
The Kansas City Royals. We all agreed they would go over. I have great news for you guys. The over-under was 71. Kansas City Royals have 71 wins right now. I believe they will win another game.
Let's get 1.
Just one more, and we're the smartest people in the room.
Let's get 1.
They got Cleveland and Minnesota, so it's just a bunch of games no one cares about. Do you remember in late May, early June, the Royals had like the best record in baseball?
Big off season.
So
Yeah, that's why we picked them to go over. It was Dayton Moore was actually making moves when a lot of teams were being stagnant. We said, look, let's give them credit. They're trying to win a little bit here, so paid off. Not really for them, for us.
more good news for us. And this one was looking tricky at times when we did this update. The Dodgers, they had the highest line. 101.5 wins was their over-under. We all said over. We didn't know they weren't going to win the division. They are sitting at 100 wins. I believe they will win 2 more games. I believe. Do you believe, Jake?
Yeah, this was one. I think when we first did this exercise, it was looking like the Dodgers were going to come short, and I didn't hesitate on this one. By the way, we're getting into some numbers and individual stuff later. I was just clicking around the stats page. Best team ERA, the Dodgers. They are the only team whose team ERA starts with a 2.
Ooh.
Enjoy that
joke.
if they get past the Cardinals in the wild card game.
When we did this on August 10th, the Dodgers were on pace to win 96 games. I mean, the Scherzer move is amazing. They are now on pace to win 103.
We picked that before we knew they had Scherzer and Trey Turner. Imagine if you told us that. We'd be like 114 games they're going to win.
Yeah, they did lose Bauer for Scherzer, so I mean he was having a pretty good year. But
Yeah.
Marlins, we all agreed on the over here at 70.5. What were we drinking?
Pitching staff.
Pitching staff in the NL East sucking, which we kind of nailed. But yeah, traded Marte, but we kind of knew that.
They're at 64 wins, so at best, if they win out, they would be at 70, which
Okay.
hits the under of 70.5. Bummer.
2022. Go Marlins.
They just
Jazz Chisholm.
no beef in that lineup.
Yeah.
28th in OPS, 29th in OBP, 28th in homers.
Sad. But back to us being geniuses, guys. Brewers. We all said over. It was 82.5. The Brew Crew have won 94 games. It's done. On pace to win 97. We're the best.
Easily.
Let's keep going. Twins. We all took the over here. That's not going to
Ouch.
happen.
The fuck, Trav.
Owie.
The under is locked up.
You know what we said about that. Great regular season team. They're going to win 96 games. They're going to get beaten in the playoffs by the Yankees. And, well, wheels fell off.
Stunk.
Have they
I think they're in last place in the AL Central.
have they been winning recently, like second half at all? They had a good August. They went 14-13. They had one winning month. Holy shit.
Yeah, they're 2 games behind the Royals for last place in the Central.
That's fall.
Tough 121st season for them as a franchise.
Not the worst 121st season, though.
No.
The Orioles was brutal.
Mm.
Yeah, Twins fans,
know.
I think, have definitely, out of all the teams that were, like, there were people that picked them to win the division, and no one scoffed at that. They're like, no, White Sox will do it. Like, it wasn't, no one could really, it wasn't crazy. To finish dead last is insane. What happens, Trev? Like,
they're going to have to figure out some things, who they're going to keep, if the window is still open.
What about coaching staff?
I think it seems like they're all pretty secure to me. Around Twins Twitter, it doesn't seem like Rocco's on the hot seat. They just made a regime switch. Like, I think they're going to stick with it and see what they can do. I don't know, man. It's definitely going to be an interesting offseason because they're at a fork in the road, and they got to pick which way they're going to go.
It's tough because, I mean, they were first the last 2 seasons. They were second the 2 seasons before that, although one of those is a sad second place, 78 and 84.
It's never been a deep division, like, for a while now. When's the last time when the Twins were the wild card? Is like
it's been top heavy. There's been a lot of champions and really good teams to come out of there, but it's been top heavy. Like the Tigers were there, and then it was the Royals, and then the Twins kind of came along, and it's been
now
top
it's
heavy.
White Sox, so they're taking
Now it's
turns
White
at
Sox.
least. That's nice.
yeah.
Twins were in first place the last time on April 10th. They had a winning month in August by 1 game. So it's been just an absolute abysmal season. And what they do with Byron Buxton is that's the key to it all. If they keep him, then they have to go for it. If they trade him, then obviously they're not going for it.
Yeah, I'd keep him. But we'll see. All right, where were we? The Twins and then the Mets, we all agreed under. They had a crazy high line, 90.5. They're at 73 wins. That's guaranteed under. I mean, they're at 73 and 82. And now they're getting live comedy in between innings, so.
I couldn't believe that when I read that today. 73 and 82. I mean, DeGrom has been out, so I guess that's a lot. It's a lot.
They also just didn't hit.
They didn't hit.
New York in general, Yankees and Mets just didn't, their offenses just didn't hit in like very weird, surprising ways. The Yankees surprisingly have a great pitching staff this season. The Mets were supposed to be the pitching staff, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm texting Jolly Olive right now, Shea Station.
Shout out. What are you going to say to him?
What's their record since DeGrom was officially out? Because I remember we said that a few times, like, oh, since DeGrom went out. And now the numbers have to be absolutely cooked.
When was DeGrom's last day?
Well, we'll let Jolly in. Let's keep this moving.
All right. Is that the last one we all agreed on? The Yankees, that they're guaranteed to get the under. If they win the next 6 games, that would put them at 95 wins, and their over-under was 95.5, so the Yankees are guaranteed under. We all said over.
Why did we all say over? I'm
because the Red Sox weren't
think.
supposed to be good, and Toronto, we like their offense, but not their pitching that much.
Yeah.
And the Rays were supposed to take a step back. Not supposed.
Yeah,
That's
I chose
supposed
the
to,
under
but,
on the Rays.
you know.
Yeah, I mean,
The Rays over-under was a joke.
the other side of that is the Yankees are going to win 92-ish games this year, and they underachieved for 5 months. So, yeah, man. But
Were we drinking just the lineup Kool-Aid? Like saying, like, damn, like they got a stacked freaking
Trev,
lineup.
that's kind of the tricky story of this. Their pitching has been really good this year.
Yeah. All the other guys, the underrated guys, have been great.
They are normally the Bronx Bombers. Like, they have that name for a reason, and they just haven't hit this year. So, hey, hopefully it's coming together. We got have you heard about Bronxy the Turtle, Trev?
I've seen it around social a little bit. You know, I like turtles, so I'm into that.
Okay.
I think a turtle would do well in a city. You know, like obviously you have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's kind of like showcases it. But the turtle shell is just it's a good home.
It's tough.
It's tough.
If you're a Yankees fan or you like turtles, go get a Bronxy the Turtle shirt at our store.
The Blue Jays. We all agreed that they'd go under 86.5. They have won 87 games, so we got that wrong. And the Blue Jays are so interesting because they really went for it, and I don't even know how much their trade acquisitions, like, I don't know how good Barrios has been, but I think the mentality of going for it helped them the most, and getting Springer back. I mean, obviously their offense bangs. I'm not talking about their offense, but
I mean, we didn't know Vladdy was going to be an MVP before the season. You might hear a little bit about him later. And you didn't know Robbie Ray was going to be a Cy Young candidate. I mean, right there, you just made up like 10 games on two guys.
But, I mean, Ryu's been less than you would have expected him to be.
Yeah. Manoah's been
you're
huge.
You're going to love this. Yeah, Manoah's been good. You're going to love this with Barrios.
Okay.
Barrios came over. He had a 3.48 with the Twins. He's got a 3.5 with the Blue Jays. He's got a 3.57 FIP when he came over. Got a 3.51 FIP. The Blue Jays, his numbers are near identical across the board, just split in half.
He's been good.
So he's been what they got. He's been what they wanted.
Looking at his game log, it's definitely, you would want this. There's a 3-game stretch of all right, but there's 2 games that you'd say don't like.
Yeah, he's been good.
He's been really good for them. So good for them.
Him versus Cole.
All right.
Coming up.
Other over-unders that are still up in the air. I think that's kind of interesting. The Cincinnati Reds were 82.5. Will they win another game? I'm going to say they will.
Yeah.
They're not there yet. The Cleveland Indians. They've won 77 games. Their over-under was 81.5. So will they win 5 games out of their last 6? Probably no.
Doesn't seem likely.
So then they would hit the under.
But they play the Reds, right? Sweep the Reds. Sweep the leg. And flip 2 Jakey W's right there. Now we're talking.
The Athletics were 87.5. They're at 85. Are they going to win 3 more games? That's an interest. That might be the trickiest one where you just shrug.
Dude, you know, I know this is coming out on a Wednesday, but the Monday night game really seems like it might have put the nail in the coffin there.
Yeah.
For the A's.
I asked Jake that earlier today. I was like, so are they officially done? And like, officially no, but
math-wise, no. Spiritually, yes.
They have 2 more against Seattle and 3 against Houston. Are they going to win 3 games? Like, if you had to bet right now, do you think Oakland wins 3 games out of their next 5?
No.
No. So you think the under's going to hit?
I'm a little biased there because I'm the only one that took it too. So.
Oh, you're the only one that took the under.
It'd be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be tight.
Because they're still a really good team, and they have Montas going, and he's been pretty good. And they have, I think, Minaya also going up against the Mariners, who, man, you think they're going to lose. They just never lose. They're the new Giants.
It feels like Oakland will come down to the last day of the season. A Houston game that means nothing, an Oakland game that means nothing, and how that plays out.
The Phillies have already hit their over. The Pirates have hit their over, 56.5. It went to 58.
Let's go, Kotuk.
And the Cardinals were at 80. So everyone else has hit. It's really, I mean, a lot of it's put to bed.
James, let's talk about your San Francisco Giants pick here a little bit.
Where is it? How come I don't find
it?
I was the
75.5 was the number.
I went under. I would love to find out why I said that.
We need to go back and check the tape.
This seems so low.
But it seems like we were probably goofing. We were probably saying we love Gabe Kapler. They made some strides last year. There's something going on. It might be the first time I referenced the player or the coaching staff, and you guys got mad at me.
Maybe I was trying to counter you guys.
No, it's going to be fun here. I think a fun way to break this up is by divisions.
I thought the Padres would be really good. I think I thought the Padres and the Dodgers were just going to take all the wins. It was going to be hard. The next three teams. Turns out the Padres were the team that stunk.
Stunk.
I mean, the Padres are at 78 wins, so I just had them flipped.
Yikes, man.
Yeah.
Padres, what is you doing, baby?
Looks like Trev only won with the Padres under, so
How about it?
smart.
Yeah.
Smart guy.
94 and a half games was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, turns out.
If memory
It's a
serves me, I
real
think
lot.
I said they're going to be around a 90-win team, and the Dodgers are going to run away with it, but the Padres will be good around 90 wins. They were not good.
Well, right now, as it stands, Trevor is winning with 17 thought to be correct picks. If Oakland wins 3 games, you can get to 18. Jake has 13. He can get to 14. I have 15. I can get to 16.
Cincy, lose everything.
Winner wins. All right. Let's go to the fun prop bets we did, brought to you by Topps NFTs. With the final week of the regular season upon us, here's your chance to collect the players and moments that made this season so unforgettable with the Topps Bunt MLB Card Trader app. Topps Bunt is the official digital trading card app of the MLB and MLBPA and releases new content every day featuring your favorite players, both past and present, as well as iconic moments like teams punching their ticket to the postseason and more. The app is free to play, and collectors from around the world come together to connect, collect, and play their collections in real time, scoring contests to win in-app prizes. Build the ultimate digital baseball collection. Craft or trade in lesser valued cards for more rare ones. Play the card wheel to win a prize with every spin and complete missions to unlock new content. Topps Bunt 21 will also be the premier destination for all the playoff action, releasing new collectible content with every twist and turn of the 2021 postseason. Download the Topps Bunt app now in the iTunes App Store and Google Play. How about that? Topps Bunt. Download the Topps Bunt app now.
It's going to be a big October for NFTs.
Still haven't gotten rid of mine. A lot of people have been asking. A lot of people have been
There
asking.
it
I've been
is.
getting DM after them. I want the joms. I want the joms. No one's
You know what it looks like you're holding right now?
a jar
A
of cookies.
a JOMBOY 100 Thieves collab NFT.
Wow, that just upped the value.
Blew your mind right there.
Yes, Supreme also involved.
Supreme is involved.
Yes.
Ad.
Yeah. All right,
I heard Nameless Genetics is also.
Ooh.
Trev, do you want to walk us
Pump
through the
that
prop
price.
bets?
I do. You know this is my favorite. We've had some good ones this season. I'm proud of what we accomplished, and some of the picks were kind of spot on. We'll start with you, James. You chose 4, one of them being a flyer. So we're gonna give you 3 picks. Your flyer was Zach Greinke to lead the AL in wins. I have no idea. I know he's not leading the AL in wins. Is he close?
I don't think so. I think he got hurt recently. Yeah, just for anyone that's not familiar with the term flyer and all that, that was like a value pick, meaning
Value.
it's like
Sprinkle.
sprinkle
We're
some money on it
sprinkling.
because the return is amazing. But I don't actually like think this is gonna happen. It's just there's an odd.
It'd be very rare if we got one of these right.
Yeah.
It'd be very fun. So you had that at plus 4,000. That's not going to hit. But you did really well in your other props. You said Mike Trout under 41.5 homers. That got priced in at plus 100. And the reasoning you said was all it takes is one injury, and he's never hit over 41 homers in his career,
Yeah.
right?
I think he did it once.
Did it once, but yeah,
Did it
like
once.
1-2 week stint. I didn't want him out this long, but yeah, that one hit. I like that one, and then my lock, Trev. Tell him what my lock was.
This was interesting, and it kind of looked like it wasn't going to hit halfway through the year. It was the Yankees to win 4.5 more games than the Mets. That was at minus 112. You took that confidently. You put the lock on it. You locked it up, and it's hitting. It already hit.
Yeah. So
Bang.
Good for you.
I'm just happy I got my lock.
Yeah. So those are your 2 wins. Your 1 loss was a Trevor Story over 280 batting average. I think you were banking on the free agency looming, maybe a new team picking him up halfway through the season boost. But he got off to kind of a tough start, never really recovered, especially with the the batting average. I think he's sitting 245 right now. So
I think
he'll take the L on
I think
that
he
one.
was banking to get traded too.
Yeah. I think if he got traded, I might you might have a Scherzer situation. So I'm going to blame the Rockies on that one.
But going 2-1 is pretty good. I think you'd take that at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Trout was weird. Plus 100. Get it. How about Jake?
We'll move on. Yeah, move on to Jake. Now, the first one we'll go over is his flyer, his sprinkle, if you will. He took Corbin Burns to win the NL Cy Young at plus 4,000. That's so if you bet $100, your return will be $4,000 on it. Corbin Burns currently sitting right behind Max Scherzer in the Las Vegas odds. So this is a great sprinkle. You have a shot here. If Scherzer has a blow-up start, Burns has a lockdown start, things could absolutely switch in your favor, and this will be a home run.
Scherzer has a start against the Padres. I need Slam Diego to come out one more time. I need that relief pitcher to hit. What was his name? Camarena.
Camarena!
Need him to hit. And then, Corbin Burns finishes Saturday against those Dodgers.
Game to watch.
That's going to be a good game to watch for some. And if I hit the plus 4,000, there'll be some tweets. Some tweets.
You win the whole thing. If you hit the plus 4,000, you win this whole thing.
I mean, it's a gentleman's, we're gentlemen here. I'm going to clap for Jake anyway because that's a plus 4,000 and,
I liked what I saw.
Corbin Burns is going to get Cy Young votes. That's a lot.
The fact of plus 4,000 is down to the last week is pretty good. And man.
What are the odds now if you bet on Burns?
It was.
I think we said they were like minus 108.
Plus 108,
plus
I think.
Plus 108.
Scherzer's down like minus
at plus 110.
So,
I mean, that's
a win in itself.
If the voting happened today, he
Awesome.
would still have a chance because he's sandwiched by Scherzer and Bueller. So if we could get some Dodger votes pulling from each other. Bueller, most quality starts. Don't forget that, West Coast voters.
Can I tell you why I think
That's
Scherzer gets
important.
one of the reasons Scherzer gets it?
Why?
A sentence that I think Trevor said the other day.
I have a nice penis.
Or maybe it was Kyle. Someone said if Scherzer wins the Cy Young, he has he's in the. You said that he's in the debate for one of the best pitchers ever.
He goes to all time.
And
I mean, he already is, isn't he?
but I mean,
I get what you're
his
saying.
Fifth
yeah.
or fourth Cy
Hardware
Young?
now. I think he's fourth.
Fourth. I mean, if he gets a fourth Cy Young, he's got the World Series. He's got all the other accolades, 3,000. And there's a little.
You start doing pitching in
the
this generation.
Sports
type
writers,
stuff.
they want to be part of greatness and be in the presence of greatness. And if you give this dude his fourth Cy Young, you kind of cement that. So that's the storyline voting, and that happens. It's not robots voting.
He's already one of 6 guys. There's only 6 guys that have won it in both leagues. Scherzer's part of that elite group. I mean, Clemens has 7, Randy Johnson has 5, Carlton Maddox each have 4. So I think this would be his 4th.
Yeah.
So that brings him into the all-time starting 5 essentially. So. But Bueller in those quality starts every night?
Let's move on. Nice
Bueller's a
sprinkle,
distant threat.
Jake. Nice sprinkle right there. Your prop bets, your player prop bets, your team prop bet. We'll start off with the one that was the biggest bozo pick. But you saved it by what you said about it. I'll go ahead and
hedged
give it.
perfectly.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. under 28.5 home runs. You said he's skinny Vlad. What's that name I gave him?
Skinny Daddy Vladdy.
Slim Daddy Vladdy.
Slim Daddy
Slim
Vladdy.
Daddy Vlad. You said he's Slim Daddy Vladdy. He's never hit for power. He's more of an average guy. Doubles. You said give me doubles. That one looks very foolish. I think he has 45 home runs, leading the major leagues in.
Yeah,
home.
46
So what do you
now.
have to say about
46 now.
46.
Yeah, so special. He is 2 points behind Yuli for the batting title, and I did suggest he might give that a run. And I said some MVP votes. Probably not suggesting he'd get second in the MVP, but hey, I thought Vlad would be nasty. I just thought it'd be more in the gaps. He decided, screw that. Yeah, Dunedin, Buffalo, Toronto literally did not matter this year.
I wonder what his home run total would be. Do we have that? Like, can you do that for those stadiums? Do they have StatCast in those stadiums? You know what I mean? Like, if you put everything and overlapped it in Toronto, would he have more or less? I'm guessing more.
I can do that.
Chom's on it.
Chom's the best. Okay, let me move on. So that one was a bust, but you did hedge it. You did hedge it well.
Thank you.
You said if he does break this and hit over, I'll be happy as well. Other one, Freddie Freeman, more home runs than Francisco Lindor. That is true. You got that at minus 112.
Freddie.
And then your lock. Oh, go ahead. What's the number?
Freddie with 31, Lindor with 18.
Locked it up. Your lock.
My actual lock.
Speaking of locks, your actual lock. Rays more wins than the Blue Jays at minus 106.
That's free money, man.
That's
free money. Give me every ex-player's kid. I don't care. You're playing the Rays. Rays are going to have the best record in the AL. By a lot.
Unreal. I think I was the only non-believer in the Rays this year. I said they can't do it again. They can't do it another season where we don't know what the fuck they're doing and they just win all the games. They can't do it again. Well, they did. And they made me look stupid.
Code breakers.
So you went 2 and 3 in your prop bets. You have the sprinkles still there.
2 out of 3.
Yeah. 2 out of 3 with the sprinkle still there. I think so. In my opinion, you're 1 up in Jom right now, and then we'll get to mine.
Corbin.
Right.
What do you got, Trev?
My sprinkle. Still alive somewhat. A pretty good sprinkle, I'll say. Walker Buehler to win the NL Cy Young at plus 1,500. He was leading it for quite some time. And then he's had a few rough starts here at the end of the year that have really made him tail off. Still third in Vegas.
That's where I differ with you, man. His quality starts. If you've watched games on the West Coast, you have to be casting your ballot for him.
Scherzer's got it locked up. Buehler not going to win it, but he sure looked the part this year for a lot of the season. Couple really bad ones, man.
What were his odds at the
so
beginning
that one's
of the season,
out.
Trev?
Plus 1,500.
Well, you can still sprinkle the cheddar now if you want. It's plus 1,800 today, third.
Yeah, it's tough. That's tough. Go back a few weeks ago, and it was, I think, minus. Maybe about a month ago. Anyway,
getting a little math on?
Moving on from that, I did 5 picks. You guys only gave 3. I was just feeling myself.
You were just hot.
Yordan Alvarez over 33.5. I got it at 112, minus 112, and he is sitting at 32 homers right now with 6 to play.
Yordan needs 2.
How do you guys feel about that?
Who are they playing? They're playing the Rays, so he's never going to see the same guy twice. I don't like that.
And I think they end with A's.
Oh, A's will be dead. He'll do it. He'll do it.
I think so too. I'm banking on this one to come true. It's still out there, so we can't count it yet. The other one that's still out there, Joey Gallo, over 38.5 homers at plus 110. He's at 38. So they're in Toronto. He has to hit a moonball in Toronto.
We'll be rooting for you big time on that one.
So those two are off on the side. Don't know what's going to happen. We'll move past my lock. I had Phillies with more wins than the Red Sox. And that looks sort of foolish now, but I don't think anyone was really super hot on the Red Sox prior to the year. But that one's not going to come true. So that's an L for me. And then I had Fernando Tatis Jr. over 168.5 hits. Got hurt too much this year. I think he's sitting at like 135. Had the average that I was looking for, just didn't play enough games. So those are 2 L's right there. My lock was the Astros to make the playoffs. And they're in. So 1 and 2 on the ones that have already come out. I have a chance to go 3 and 2 if we hit some homers this week.
I think biggest claps in BBD. So the 3 of us, all of our locks hit. Claps for us.
All the
So, just take the locks. BBD, we begged for a lock at the end of the episode. He threw out a Tatis under 101.5 RBI. Nando sits here today at 95. I think
6 away from 101.
7 more?
Needs 7 more with 6 to go.
so. He'd need a big couple games. Padres are kind of about to quit on the year.
he hits a grand slam, I'm pretty fucked.
He wants the MVP still.
that's
he's
true.
he's still battling for
I
the
did forget
MVP. That
about
dude's
that.
gonna be doing everything he can.
BBD, that's going to be tight. And Trev, you're at an interesting spot, man. You need at least one of those homer guys to come through. If they don't,
If neither.
you're going to be at a bad beat.
Yeah, I'll go 1-4.
Thought Tatis
They're
was
gonna
going to have a
homer.
lot more leadoff spot appearances. 23 games in the leadoff spot this year.
So,
Yeah, I thought the same. That's why I said he's gonna get a shit ton of at bats. They just gave him all that money. They're gonna play him till
yeah.
and they did. They played him so hard that he fucking subluxed his shoulder several
Pull
times.
him out, Tingler. He doesn't need to play.
I like what we did. I think we did a good job.
Okay.
Depending on if mine hit, we'll have a winning record and all of our losses.
Yeah, you're kind of our pivot point, Trev. So we'll root for you.
I think Joey Gallo's a lock. He's gonna hit a homer in the last 6
Got
games.
to.
I mean, Bronxy's got to help him.
Yeah,
Well, he's scared of Bronxy.
yeah.
Yeah, he actually is.
But
yeah.
it's going to be a friendship-forming moment, and from then...
Yeah, he's scared of the turtle, huh?
He's scared of the turtle, huh?
That's not official.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
We have him as the guy the first time they let Bronxy walk around the locker room. He did a bathroom stop during that.
lot of sanitizer.
Turtles don't even really need a cage. I used to have a desert tortoise growing up. We had a cage for it. He hated it. So he just would walk around our house. He had a bowl with his food and water or whatever. And we just wouldn't see him for weeks. We'd see him eat. He'd eat our stuff. We just would never see him. He'd come out at night and walk around. And then we found out he really liked to hang behind the TV because I think there was some power cords back there that were
Little
warm
heat.
or something.
I do the same thing.
He's still alive to this day.
Hell yeah.
Up
Desert tortoise, man.
update from Jolly Olive. Since DeGrom's injury, July 18th, the Mets have gone 25-40.
Ooh. Owie.
I thought. When did DeGrom last pitch?
Jolly Olive said July 18th.
Bummer.
Did I see you doing Vlad Stadium math over there?
Yeah, I also did that math that Jolly just did, and he's wrong. So, do you want the correct math?
Ouch.
I'm interested in your math, and then we can bounce it off the Mets guy and see how the stories differ.
Well, he last pitched on July 7th,
Okay.
so I don't know where.
You might have went to DL
Talking
day.
about
The first time
demeanor.
they IL'd him.
Morale.
Oh,
Or the IL, excuse me, yeah. I think he probably went IL, right?
10 days after? Since he last pitched July 8th, they're 27-44.
Same trajectory.
I was looking at Vladdy's home runs and seeing if he would have had more or less. I need to find the official date when they went to the Rogers Center to really let you know, Trev.
I feel like that was a pretty pivotal date. When was that?
Was it? Yeah, I don't know when it was. It was earlier than I think. August 1st is when I'm checking, and they were there for August. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, and then I can find it.
Is it against the Royals?
Wasn't it right around Canada Day?
It was against the Royals.
Yeah, whatever their Royals.
So July
series.
30th.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Friday start to the Royals series.
All right.
Can't believe it says all that and not the day of the first game in the one article I clicked, but
Yeah, it is weird. I'll let you know how
Canada
many.
Day is July 1st.
I don't know. Do you think it helped him or hurt him being in the minor league parks?
I want to say it hurt him, but also Dunedin's a bandbox, so he got that. And Buffalo's not a tough park to hit in, but I would say Toronto is probably a better place than Buffalo. So
he's been playing in Buffalo for 4 years, so pretty comfortable there, I assume.
Yeah, according to this, I looked at outs and doubles and triples, and then I'm overlaying those over Rogers Center. And according to this chart, he would have 2 of his doubles would have been home runs at the Rogers Center. So you can add 2 home runs. And I'm just doing at home. So you can +2. They would have been out at the Rogers Center. But then I want to look at all of his home runs and overlay those at the Rogers Center to see if there's any that went out that wouldn't have gone out. And it looks like there's one. So he would have had one more homer.
+1.
According to these calculations on Baseball Savant.
Interesting.
Not bad.
How about it?
Yeah.
I'll take one more homer.
Nice job, James.
Thanks.
I love when you go off on the mission and you just kind of are typing away.
Yeah. Figured it out. I like doing that. But then you can click it and find it. So like sometimes, because I also don't really like StatCast distance projected, so then I usually like actually go watch the hit and see. Because one of them, it was like a line drive. Had a 22 launch angle, which isn't usually a home run. But Vladdy can fucking smoke balls. So maybe it could be, you know? All right. Good job by all of us getting our locks. That's all that matters.
Locks.
Pressure's on next year.
Locks.
Pressure is on next year.
It's a gambling company.
Yes. It is a gambling company. Go to Magic Spoon and get cereal.
Oh.
That's what you should do.
Cereal company.
It's a cereal,
Really?
dude. I'd love to be a cereal company.
You got any new flavor combinations you've been working on?
No, I've been still saving my box of blueberry, but I'm a subscription member to Magic Spoon now, so I have 4 more boxes coming. Like Jake just reminded me, so I kind of have them coming soon. So I think tonight, I might munch it up. It's a great snack. Have some dinner, and then watch the Yankees game, and then suddenly out of nowhere, just crave Magic Spoon cereal. Feeling really good and giggly. 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving, only 140 calories a serving. Keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb. Build your own box. Custom flavors. They got cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, cinnamon, cookies and cream, and maple waffle. Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Trev, you just got to go to magicspoon.com/baseball, grab a custom bundle of cereal, try it today. Use promo code BASEBALL at checkout to save $5 off your order. Grab your Magic Spoon, sit on the couch, and watch these games because they're important. Obviously, Phillies and Braves. There's 2 more. Question from Trev.
Question from Trevor.
It's more of a suggestion to Magic Spoon. I'm just thinking about flavors that we could do here. I want like a vanilla lemon flavor. Can we do that?
You can't.
Like a lemony,
we'll
like
get you a
lemon.
vanilla.
I don't like lemon.
Well, Magic Spoon. Just think about it. Think about it.
I'm not a fan of lemon, but I can let them know for you.
You know, like those lemon cookies with the vanilla icing?
I'm not a lemon guy.
Okay.
But I think I do
Getting
like those. I
closer.
think I do like those cookies a little bit.
I'm just trying to, think about flavors.
I'm gonna put a little Jake on this.
Okay.
Trev, would you rather have your cereal taste like dog shit and be unhealthy? Or would you rather have your cereal taste really good and be healthy?
Honest answers only.
The second option.
Then you're going to love Magic Spoon.
Yeah.
Because it is the second option. So go get some Magic Spoon.
Mm-hmm.
You sold me.
Thank you.
He's an advertiser.
Before this life,
Marketing major.
Dad used to sling some electrical supplies.
Would you rather be in the dark or would you rather have vision? Yeah.
Anyone that's still
like this.
listening or watching this, comment your flavor you want Magic Spoon to make below, please. I'm going lemon vanilla.
Okay. I like that. I like that
Decide
idea.
yours.
I've never had a watermelon cereal. I'm interested in that.
I'm going dogs in heaven.
Dead dogs? Dead dog cereal. Shop at Jake's.
I just think it's a beautiful flavor.
It's gross. Watch the rest of the Phillies Braves series.
Unless the Phillies lose any game. No, if they can win 2 out of 3 and still be alive, blah, 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 but...
No, they can't.
Well, they already did something. We're in.
They got a sweep. Sorry, they got a sweep.
You can watch every
Oh,
Toronto game the rest of the way, right?
Well, the Toronto and Yankees matter for 2 reasons, Trev. 1, they're both fighting for the wild card spot. They matter for a second reason. Robbie Ray and Garrett Cole are the favorites to win the Cy Young. Garrett Cole pitches on Wednesday, today, as you're listening to this. So his teammates, his lineup, can go out there, crush Cole, and that would cement Robbie Ray. That would cement Robbie Ray the Cy Young, I think. But if Cole shoves, has a good start, he's kind of right in the mix with Robbie. And then Robbie pitches on Thursday, and now it's up to the Yankees bats to support their guy. So the Yankees offenses and the Toronto offense can actually really help with the final push on who's going to win the AL Cy Young since they face each other's team. It's a very interesting dynamic. I think that's cool.
I love that. I think Robbie Ray's kind of got it locked up, but I could see there is a world, as Jake would say. If Cole goes out and goes 9, Shuddy, CG, and Robbie Ray comes out and throws a dud up there, I could see the narrative changing rather quickly.
Robbie Ray right now minus 198, Garrett Cole plus 153. So, yeah, you need a semi-dud from Ray. And Cole to drop it, and boy, do the Yankees need it. And so do the Blue Jays. So, interested to see. How about Robbie Ray, man? On August 2nd, he was plus 3,000. August 11th, plus 3,100. And he has just been lights out. Awesome.
Brandon Hyde pissed him off.
I know it doesn't matter, and I've wanted to remind this because I looked it up before. Garrett Cole is going to lead the AL in wins. He's got 16. Nobody else has 15. Chris Flexen with 14 in Seattle as no, he started this year, thank God.
That shouldn't really be a surprise to anyone. He's paid to do that. He was on a team that was supposed to win 96 games. Like, I think he just kind of did his job. And that's awesome. Yankees fans, I know, are just ecstatic with what they got because there was a point here where the ball thing, sticky balls, that whole narrative was changing on Cole. He came out right after that, had a dud of a start, and people were pointing and laughing. And then Garrett Cole said, I think it was the start right after that. Didn't he shut out the Rays or something like that?
In Houston.
Yeah. I said
Houston.
something last episode that people got upset with me about because I said he's been fine post, but his ERA is worse. But I think his best starts of the year have come after. So he has some duds in there. He pitched on the hamstring, but his complete game shutout, 12 strikeouts after Houston was post sticky stuff, and his 7 innings pitch with 15 Ks, 1 earned run was post sticky stuff. So I meant he's shown that he can still pitch afterwards, but a lot of people were saying I was biased because his ERA is worse.
Well, I mean, even a guy like that is going to have duds throughout the year. He just didn't have any duds early on in the season.
Yeah. No, he was really good. But his best starts have come afterwards. Like, he's proven that he can pitch afterwards. Yeah. But it's also ticking up, so it's something that's interesting.
I have a must-watch game.
Yes, what is it?
This one's a little interesting, James, because it involves a team that you really don't need to be watching right now. It's the Detroit Tigers. But little Donnybrook on the field with the White Sox after Abreu got hit and then went in hard on Nico Goodrum. Bench is cleared. We talked about this a little bit before the show. They got more games against each other to close out the year. That first game, it's going to be interesting to see if there's any retaliation. We're going to get some WWE action. I told you guys that Tony La Russa better be in his damn clubhouse saying no funny business. Jakey does not agree.
I think Tony's saying funny business.
Yeah, I think he wants them to hit it right
Tony's
away.
A spark guy, from what I know. Okay, I'll watch.
You got to watch.
I'll watch.
It's like why people watch NASCAR a little bit. They want to see the car crashes, which is weird to me, but that's people say that, right?
It's a little weird.
It is very weird. I don't like that. I don't like stunts even.
I don't watch NASCAR for that.
I don't like when you go to like some event and then all of a sudden someone's doing like a death-defying stunt, and it's like I don't want to watch. I'm not interested in watching you potentially hurt yourself. Stop it.
Yeah, you're right about that. No part of me is like, I hope this guy doesn't land on the net. I'm like, please land on the net. Please land on the net. Please land on the net.
Yeah. I don't even like, that's why I hate Nick Walenda so much.
Yeah.
Don't make me watch you commit suicide.
Hasn't yet. Speaking of, guys, it's a little outdated. The kids aren't as into it as they used to be, but the batting title still means something in our souls. The NL has a fun one. You're going to be checking in on the Red Sox versus the Nats this weekend. And Juan Soto is at 321, 1 point behind his former teammate Trey Turner, who will be checking in on the Dodgers to see, we mentioned Corbin Burns' Cy Young start. If they have a chance to catch the Giants, boogity. Trey Turner at 322. Man, I love a good trivia question and how the baseball gods work sometimes. Doesn't it just feel like on a broadcast you're going to hear, the Dodgers traded for Max Scherzer, who won the Cy Young, and Trey Turner, who won the batting title. I listen to some old-timey broadcasts.
Yeah.
But
I was wondering how you heard those voices.
yeah, I pay a guy. He's in my apartment, and he just lets it rip. Think anyone's ever done that? Hired a private broadcaster?
Blind people?
I mean, yeah, for sure.
What?
Like an old blind man pays his neighbor kid to come broadcast something for him back in the 1950s.
Why would he just listen to
Well,
the
he
radio?
didn't have one, Trev. Didn't have hands either. Couldn't turn it on.
Old people always have radios. They have radios with batteries. They have crank radios.
Electricity was out.
Crank radio.
So how could the kid relay the...
Yeah, it's iPhone.
So this is modern now.
Yes.
Okay.
And they're both handless.
I don't know. I was going the other way with it. I think it's a pretty big dick move if there's a big game or a big fight on. You're like, yeah, I'm hosting a party at my house. I got a guy calling it. I don't know.
I don't think I'd go.
What if it was...
It's a guy calling the party.
What if it was Christopher Walken?
I'd peek in.
Oh, I wouldn't want
peek
that.
in.
I wouldn't want
real
that at all. I think we'd. I think we'd turn him off about halfway.
Oh, you could turn him off.
Who's the one voice? I'm trying to think now. I don't know who has the voice of an angel that I'd like to hear.
Like if I told you John Sterling was calling a Yankees game, but he wasn't at the Yankees game, he was calling it at a house party.
I think I'd be weirded out. I don't know if I could do 9 innings.
I'd be into that. I mean, he's the guy who calls the game, so that's a bad.
He's not good. He's fabulous.
It doesn't.
If Ron Darling is at my house, you guys are flying out. I'll flip the bill. PJ, you guys come out here. Bring Ron with you.
I like reading Trevor Plouffe's stuff. He's got a lot of good takes.
God, that's so ridiculous.
Are you gonna get another shout out this postseason?
Playoff broadcast.
Hey, what? Yeah, what game was that? That was an Astros somebody game. It was me defending an Astro.
Right, that was Altuve's fielding stuff, right?
Yeah, fuck man. That's good stuff.
Oh snap!
Love you guys.
That was lit,
man.
Shout out Coach Ballgame, new podcast. Go check
it out. All right, that's our episode. We're done.
That Ron Darling thing just put me in the spin cycle.
Really
if he gives you another shout out, I'm gonna lose my cool, man.
I mean, he has to. Everyone
moving
tweet
on.
it until he does.
Yeah.
Nicely. Don't harass him.
Doesn't he not have a Twitter? Wasn't
That's what I'm wondering. I've searched for his Twitter.
I would love
my takes aren't anywhere else.
Love to tweet at Ron Darling and see what's up, but I can't.
Can't do it.
Maybe he listens. Maybe he's a YouTube subscriber.
I think so. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later. Trev's coming to town to watch the games with us. It's gonna be fun.